husband join us on board ship, Mom?
Haven't they told you anything? We are joining him in Greece. Somehow, in spite of everything I could do, he's managed to become ambassador to a third-rate country.
Oh, I've heard Greece is lovely. Full of tradition and the people are interesting.
Oh, the Greeks have only history to recommend them, my dear. The future belongs to England.
Look! There it is!
There she is, ladies. The Britannic. Sister ship to the late Titanic. You're home, away from home.
Let us hope she's a little more seaworthy.
It was the bulkheads that did in the Titanic, ma'am. These here on the Britannic go up another 5 decks. Watertight, safe as can be. We've got a second skin of steel, runs the full length of the ship. Unsinkable is what she is.
Oh, marvellous.
Is this dock 3?
Through the archway down on the left, sir.
Thank you. Are you sure? Ich habe nicht viel Zeit. Gangway! Excuse me, ladies. Gangway!
If we'd started this war 10 years ago, number one, I would now be in charge of a battleship.
Yes, sir.
Instead, I find myself in charge of a cruise ship, decked up like a floating nursery.
Well, she is the largest ship in the world, sir.
Well, I do hope our quarters are not too far.
Not at all, madam. In fact, we have great pleasure allocated to the staterooms.
Miss Campbell! Good heavens.
Not yet underway, and one of them's got the vapors.
Everything's fine. Probably the excitement of leaving home, being on board ship. Have you ever sailed before?
Yes.
A pleasure cruise, perhaps?
No.
I love being at sea. What was it Byron said? Roll on, thou deep and dark blue ocean, roll. 10,000 fleets, something.
10,000 fleets sweep over thee in vain. Man marks the earth with ruin. His control stops at the shore.
That's it, exactly. Extraordinary. Is there anything else I can do for you, Miss Campbell?
I'm fine now. Thank you.
Lady Lewis's governess, sir, to see you. Miss Campbell.
A governess? Very well.
Captain.
I trust that Lady Lewis is feeling comfortable.
Quite comfortable, sir. May I speak to you alone? It is a matter of some delicacy.
Very well, very well. Found it. Now, what is it, Miss Campbell? I have a ship to run.
My instructions are to speak to you alone, sir.
Mr. Townsend is my first officer. Anything you have to say to me, you can say in front of him.
You may count on my discretion.
Very well.
Secret. Good God, you're with military intelligence?
Yes.
You?
Are you upset because I'm an intelligence operative, sir, or because I am a woman?
This is a hospital ship. What are you doing here?
We have reason to believe there is a spy on board.
A spy here? That's absurd.
Perhaps he wants to report on the accommodation, sir.
The Germans believe you are carrying munitions.
Let me assure you, Miss Campbell, and any Germans who may be listening, this is a hospital ship. We are carrying medical supplies. Yes, indeed, we do have some small arms on board to secure the ship. And yes, indeed, there is a Lewis gun on the deck. But that is all within the Articles of War. In fact, Miss Campbell, it is only your presence here that compromises our non-combatant status.
Nevertheless, if there is a spy on board...
If there is a spy on board, I doubt very much that you are the person to find him.
I can assure you, Captain, I am fully qualified.
We put into Naples for more coal. You have not found your spy by then. I will contact the Admiralty and ask permission to put you ashore.
Captain...
That will be all, Miss Campbell. You may return to your duties, whatever they may be.
Cloak and dagger nonsense. No wonder the war drags on.
Contact the War Office. I want these orders confirmed.
You mustn't, William, you mustn't. How am I to be a fireman if I don't know how to put out a fire?
Hello there.
Hello, Miss Campbell. We've gotten lost and now William wants to put out a fire.
Oh dear. Well then, who is going to help me fight off the terrible pirates?
Pirates? What pirates? Where?
If you help William put the hose back, then we'll go and find them.
Everyone's aboard, sir?
Very well, Mr. Townsend, take her out.
Aye, sir.
Try not to scratch the paintwork.
Hold on now.
Being chased by pirates.
Oh, I see. Well, stand fast then, and we'll make a fight of it.
William! Oh, I beg your pardon.
Not at all. We were expecting pirates now, weren't we?
I see.
You can imagine my relief.
Well, I hope that he hasn't...
Of course not, Mrs.
Miss Campbell.
Chaplain Reynolds at your service, Miss Campbell.
Would you like to look for pirates with us?
I'd like that very much indeed. Later, perhaps, when I'm settled in.
Well, if they have not all whelmed us by then.
We're underway.
Yes. Come on, Sarah, William.
Good luck.
I shall need it. Oh, God.
Discomfort in your hip is to be expected, especially after so serious an injury.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I fell off a horse. How serious can it be? Are you sending someone to find my children?
They are searching the ship now, madam. All available personnel.
They would not allow her to make this voyage some sort of an immigration problem.
I beg your pardon.
Margaret, my governess, they would not allow her to leave England. And in her stead, they have given me a complete stranger.
And yet, though gravely wounded and without your Margaret, you press on, undaunted and unafraid.
Do you always satirize your patients, Doctor? Divine intervention. Would you mind? Just...
Ma! William was ever so bad. He got us lost and then he got into things.
Sarah, darling, being an informer is most unattractive. Now you'll find chocolates in Mamma's trunk.
Oh, yes.
I found them in the corridor.
Well done. Are you feeling better now?
And where have you been?
I was just having a look at the ship.
Well, I hope you enjoyed yourself. We have somehow managed without you. Doctor, thank you so much. You know how busy you are.
At your service, Martha.
Charming fellow.
Shall I unpack for you, Mum?
Well, if you're not otherwise engaged.
turn, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to His Majesty's hospital ship Britannic. I am Captain Barrett. We are engaged upon a noble mission to bring aid and comfort to men who have offered up their lives in the defense of their country. In 7 days' time, God willing, we shall arrive at the Greek island of Mudros, where we shall embark some 3,000 wounded soldiers. You young ladies have volunteered to help them on the road to recovery and final victory. For this, the officers and crew of this ship salute you. Our chief medical officer is Major Baker. He will supervise your preparations. Now, though we are a hospital ship and therefore non-combatants, nonetheless, we shall observe strict military discipline.
Isn't it a bit dangerous having the bulkhead doors open like that? What happens if we hit a mine?
We only do it for the shift changes, morning and evening. Takes no more than 15 minutes or so. We'll lock it down good and tight, don't you worry, sir.
Right.
Beg your pardon, sir.
Yes?
Stoker Evans, sir.
What is it, Evans?
If I could talk to you for just a moment, sir.
Oh, yes, of course. Walk with me.
I don't mean to take up too much of your time.
No, it's quite all right.
It's about my boy, Tom.
Yes?
He's not well, sir, and the doctors don't seem to be able to help.
Oh.
He just gets worse and worse, you see.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Evans.
So, I was wondering, you know, the wife and I, we've been praying every night, and he just seems to get worse, you know.
I see. Well, I'm sure your prayers will be answered.
You know, maybe it's something I've done. You know, maybe God won't listen because of the kind of man I used to be. I'd be ashamed to tell you some of the things I've done in my life, sir. But I don't think it's fair that my wee boy has to pay for that, is it?
What kind of a God would make a child pay for his father's past? God loves your son. If he should die, he'll pass from your hands into God's hands. And can you love your son more than God loves him?
No.
No. Whatever happens, your Tom will be taken care of. Just do the best for him. And leave the rest to God.
Thank you, sir. I never thought of it like that. Thank you.
Sir, would you like me to show you around?
A guided tour.
Very good. This way, sir. I found the munitions. There's rifles, pistols, machine guns, some light artillery, and plenty of ammunition. All of it bound for Cairo.
Where are they stored?
In the bow section of B deck. There's tons of it.
And that makes what we're doing legal and proper, doesn't it? Any problems with your men?
Well, we could use a few more, you know, but the ones we have will do whatever it takes to stick a knife in John Bull. They've all lost friends and family to the Black and Tans.
I'll get the weapons. Make sure everyone's ready.
And what happens after the ship is ours?
We'll be escorted by the U-boat until we're outside British shipping lanes. Then we'll take her into a neutral port and show the world what they've been up to.
Rub their fat, limey noses in it.
Exactly. Good luck.
on der Britannic.
Sir, I picked up a radio message from somewhere close by. Can't make much sense of it, I'm afraid. A code of some sort.
Could be a U-boat. Helmsman, take evasive action.
Aye, sir. Die werden das nicht schaffen. Und wir werden das Schiff versenken müssen.
Sie sind ja Spezialisten. Sie müssen mir Vertrauen haben.
Bestätigen Sie unserem Freund den Empfang der Meldung.
Miss Campbell, what are you doing?
I saw something. A man climbing over a railing.
Really? And you decided to come out on deck in your night clothes? Miss Campbell, the next time you feel the urge to come out on deck alone after dark, I suggest you dress yourself properly. Now you will allow me to escort you back to your cabin.
If you don't mind, I'd like to have a look around first, sir.
I do mind, and I must insist that you return to your cabin immediately.
You wanted to see me, sir?
Yes. Sit down, Helm. You placed Vera Campbell on board the Britannic.
I had no choice, sir.
You decided Boddicker was the man for this job?
He became unavailable, sir.
Unavailable?
He's dead, sir. I had 1 hour to find a replacement. You were at Downing Street and couldn't be reached.
But Vera Campbell, she's only just finished her training. What's her cover?
The wife of our ambassador to Greece is on board. We've managed to get Miss Campbell assigned as her governess. I'm sure she'll do the job. Besides, isn't all this rather a tempest in a teapot?
I beg your pardon?
Well, none of us is really convinced that there actually is a spy on board that ship. Our source for the information is not the most reliable. And we thought, well, why send someone we may well need elsewhere?
I see.
There is really nothing to worry about. Cairo will get its munitions, and Miss Campbell will have a pleasant ocean voyage.
You wanted to see me, Captain?
Miss Campbell, did you enjoy your little walk last night?
Yes, it was quite refreshing.
Do you generally walk around in your dressing gown?
No, sir, I do not. There was a man...
I know. Climbed over some railings. I heard all about it, yes. Miss Campbell, there are several hundreds of men on this ship, 1 or 2 of whom, from time to time, may climb over railings. Now, I will have each and every one of those men shot as spies.
Sir.
Anything, in fact, to prevent you from wandering around this ship in a half-naked state.
I fear Mr. Townsend has given you the wrong impression.
From now on, you will refrain from walking around the ship after dark unless you have an escort.
Captain Barrett, my orders give me complete freedom of movement on this ship.
No, miss, they do not. On this ship, no one has any freedom unless I allow it.
May I reply?
That will be all, Miss Campbell.
Sir.
Simply dreadful having an exercise in the middle of the day when the sun is directly overhead.
Stop it.
William, stop pestering your sister.
I'm not pestering. You are so pestering. I've seldom been so pestered.
Let's all behave, shall we? Now pay attention.
You're as white as a ghost, Vera. What is the matter?
There is nothing the matter, Mom.
A boat filled with beautiful women. Has any man ever been so fortunate?
Oh, Chaplain Reynolds.
At your service, ma'am. Miss Campbell. You feeling all right?
There, you see? I told her she does not look well.
I am quite all right. Really?
She hasn't been all right since we came on board.
Well, there's nothing like a sea voyage to change all that. A few more days at sea and Miss Campbell will be as ruddy as a sailor.
Oh, really, sir? I do not think Miss Campbell would benefit in the slightest from being ruddy.
Quite right. She's perfect the way she is.
You flatter me. I'm sure Lady Louise would agree I could stand some improvement.
Oh, nonsense, dear. It is only that I worry about you. Poor thing.
Step forward, please. You will be assisted onto the boats by a crew member. Pay attention to his instructions, for they may save your life. This way, miss. What's the trouble here then, miss?
No trouble. She's not feeling well. Come on. Up you go. A hand, please.
Sorry.
You're afraid?
Yes.
Tell me.
I was on the Titanic when she went down.
Were you alone?
No. My husband was with me. He didn't survive.
I admire your courage, Miss Campbell.
Oh, I've been told this ship is unsinkable, and yet here we are, being shouted at and told what to do in case it does sink. I find it confusing and contradictory. I beg your pardon. Have I interrupted something?
No, of course not.
Oh.
Are we going to look for pirates today? Shiver my timbers!
Not so fast!
Oh, let them go. They'll be waiting for us, I promise.
Do you enjoy children?
Yes, very much.
So many people believe children should be seen and not heard.
And you are clearly not one of them.
No, I find them inspiring. I love their energy. What led you to the clergy?
It was thrust upon me.
Your father was a clergyman.
No, he's a retired naval officer. I'm afraid I'm a little bit of a disappointment to him.
Because of your calling?
Yes. Yes, because of that. And what do your mother and father think of you being a governess?
Well, they're pleased that I am happy. But, like your father, they wish I were doing something else. Are you married?
No. No, I'm not, but I envy those who are.
Come and find us!
You go that way, we'll surround them.
All right.
Pirates over there. Pirate.
Who's there?
Come on, out of it. Just...
I'm telling you, this is my last voyage. Can't afford to be away from the wife and kids anymore.
Aye, I've heard that before.
Aye, well, this time I'm in it. Chaplain Reynolds!
My dear Miss Campbell, the men work the lower decks of a ship like this will sometimes seek out a dark place in order to rest. Now, this may be dereliction of duty, but it hardly amounts to being part of a spy ring.
Doesn't it strike you as odd that 4 men looking for a place to rest should come together on the same spot on such a large ship? Is it likely that they would congregate for something best done alone? If you had seen them, sir, you would know they're up to something.
Very well, Miss Campbell. I will look into the matter if that will set your mind at ease.
Thank you, sir.
Miss Campbell, whilst you are rooming my ship, do try to remember your condition.
My condition?
You're a woman. Do try to behave like one.
She does have spirit, sir. I'll say that.
Find her attractive?
Hardly. She's not unattractive.
No.
Will that be all, sir? Right.
There you are.
I looked everywhere for you. Where did you disappear to?
We hardly disappeared. That was your job, it seems.
Actually, I got lost. I came to look for you in your cabin, but you weren't there.
No.
Would you like to come in?
No, thank you.
Is there anything wrong?
No. I just...
Well, something's troubling you. Please, come in. Take a seat.
Thank you.
There. All very proper. You know, oftentimes when people ask me for help, I do nothing more than listen. Letting people talk about their problems out loud often leads to a solution. And I get all the credit. It's actually quite a nice arrangement.
It is becoming clear to me that I am not the most appropriate person for this job.
Nonsense. The children adore you. Now, if it's Lady Lewis you're worried about...
No, it's not that. You see, I was given this assignment only because there was nobody else available.
I'm not sure I quite understand. Surely there are governesses available in a city like...
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. But I was given this assignment only because there was nobody else available. I'm not sure I quite understand. Surely there are governesses available in a city like... Yes, of course. 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 What I mean is, I seem to have lost confidence in myself.
Perhaps it's because you're back at sea. The memories of what happened before have very naturally upset you.
Maybe that's it. I'm sorry to bore you with my insecurities.
I cannot help but feel you have something else you want to tell me.
No, nothing else.
Well, if you need to talk, I'm always here.
Thank you.
You're too attractive to be a nanny, you know. Husbands and fathers will find you a distraction.
You're just flattering me now to
No.
make me feel better.
Not at all. I myself am quite distracted.
I better go. Thank you. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness. It was the epoch of belief, it was the epoch of incredulity.
Surely you're not saying that God is in favor of war.
What do you think, Chaplain? Does God pick sides?
Well, of course he'd be on our side, wouldn't he?
With so many men dying on both sides, I wonder if he favors either of us.
There is a terrible paradox. War is the perfect expression of free will, which is, of course, God's gift to us.
And like most of his gifts, it is unappreciated and often misused.
As I recall, the Bible is filled with stories of God giving his blessing to men who fight for a just cause.
Come now, Townsend. You do not believe all this senseless killing warrants God's approval.
Are you saying he does not approve of courage and sacrifice?
I assure you I would be willing to do my bit. I realize that as a female, my options are limited. I shall have to content myself with being the woman behind the man.
Without the support of our women at home, I doubt we could win the war. Or even have one.
Men start wars, Chaplain. Women clean up afterwards. If things were the other way around, there would be no more wars. I can promise you that.
Waffen an Bord entdeckt. Übernahme des Schiffes morgen früh. Gebe Signal zum Auftauchen.
Sehen Sie? Alles läuft nach Plan.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Another coded message, sir. Coming from very close by, sir.
Mr. Townsend.
Sir.
Double the watch.
Aye, sir.
You enjoy Chaplain Reynolds' company, don't you?
I do, yes.
He's unusual, don't you think? For a chaplain.
Really? In what way?
I've seen men like him before. They burn rather brightly. Women are drawn to them. Take care, my dear, you do not get too close to the flame.
I assure you, Lady Lewis, I regard Chaplain Reynolds as a friend. An advisor.
Of course you do.
Captain where we want him.
He's always there until 10.
Morning, sir.
Oh, good morning, Spencer.
You said he'd be here.
He's always up here between 9 and 10 without fail. I don't know what happened.
All right. You go check the dispensary. I'll look for him in his cabin. If you find him, bring him to the bridge. Shoot anyone who tries to stop you.
Are you a modern woman, Miss Campbell?
I don't quite know what you mean, Ma'am.
Do you wish to be the equal of men so that you could vote or smoke cigars?
If I were allowed the vote, I would vote for a law prohibiting the smoking of cigars.
Oh, yes, that would be wonderful. Though I doubt it will ever happen.
No, I suppose not.
Women have no need to seek equality. They are already superior.
My God.
Children, come, quick.
Good morning, gentlemen. You will please put your hands in the air.
What is the meaning of this?
You're a prisoner of the German Navy and the Irish Republican Brotherhood. Helmsman, hold your course. If you want to live, do exactly as I tell you.
Drop your weapons, or I'll shoot! That's enough!
You! Come with me.
This is a hanging offense, lad.
Move.
What's going on, sweetie? Got in trouble, Jacqueline. You better get below.
Strange, lad, you cannot possibly get away with this.
Oh, would you ever shut up?
Thinking about it.
Get back or I bloody blow his head off.
Easy, son, easy.
Get back or I will.
Put the gun down, son.
Take good aim, gentlemen.
I'll kill him. I will.
Put that gun down.
They mean to steal your ship, lads. Take him! Well done, Captain. You'll get a medal for this. Come on, lads. There may be others.
You're needed on the bridge. A man is dying.
Hands where we can see them.
Miss Campbell.
You wanted to see me, Captain?
Yes. It has become painfully obvious that I have completely underestimated you. I want to apologize for my behavior. There's not a man or a woman on this ship who does not owe you an immense debt of gratitude for your courage and your perseverance.
Here, here.
Thank you. I accept your apology, Captain. I know it comes from your heart.
And how was your day?
I've killed a man.
Yes. You must feel awful.
Yes, I do.
Ladies and gentlemen, a toast to the Britannic, and to two heroes who today risked their lives to preserve her. I give you Miss Vera Campbell and Chaplain Reynolds. Your health.
Miss Campbell.
Ah, Mr. Townsend. Brandy and cigars over with?
Yes. I just wanted to say... Well,
Yes?
I admire you very much.
Even though I am a woman?
I think it is because you're a woman that I admire you. I begin to understand how difficult it must be at times.
Perhaps then I can rely on your understanding in the future.
You may rely on me at any time, Miss Campbell. I assure you. Will you be making the return voyage with us?
Yes? I suppose I shall.
Then I shall look forward to getting better acquainted.
Hello.
Hello. Just on my way to visit the prisoner. Townsend here gave him rather a sound thrashing. By the by, the captain is looking for you.
Right. Well, you'll excuse me.
Of course. Do you mind if I come with you?
Not at all.
There are some questions that I'd like to ask our prisoner.
Evening.
Good evening, sir.
How's the prisoner?
Asleep. No trouble.
I wonder if I might have a word with him.
Sir?
Captain's orders. You got the keys?
Yes, sir.
One less of the blighters to worry about, isn't it?
It's my way!
Right, let's look down there.
Captain, the prisoner has escaped.
Armed search parties, gentlemen. On the double.
We're not going to make it, I'm afraid.
Well, let's kill as many of the blighters as we can, then.
Chaplain Reynolds.
Stop! Get after him, lads! Go on, after him!
What's happened?
They've all been shot. Someone ran down there.
Geben Sie durch Nachricht erhalten. Der Angriff beginnt um 8:10 Uhr.
I think we know who it is we're looking for, sir.
Oh?
One of the stokers is unaccounted for, sir. A man named Evans.
Evans?
I doubt he's still on board. One of the life rafts is missing at the stern.
Nevertheless, I want this ship to remain on full alert until we reach Naples.
Aye, sir.
Halten Sie auf Kurs 350.
There she is, sir. H.M.S. Victoria.
Oh, that is a most pleasing sight, Mr. Townsend. We can breathe more easily.
Let's hope so, sir.
I still can't believe it, miss. I've known Evans for a long time.
Did he have any close friends? On board ship, I mean. Anyone he spent a lot of time with?
Not really. He kept to himself, like. He had something on his mind, I know that.
Really?
He was concerned about his family, I think. Said this was going to be his last voyage.
I see.
That wouldn't make him a spy, though, would it?
Miss Campbell?
He'd know this ship fairly well, wouldn't he?
I suppose.
If you couldn't take over this ship, what would you do? How would you keep it from reaching port?
Any other ship, I'd say a sinker. But not this ship.
Yes, I've heard it's unsinkable. Is that true?
Generally speaking, yeah. Once we close these bulkheads, it is.
Bulkheads?
Lower hole in her now. Water would flood the lower compartments before we could close
Do you
them.
open them at this time every day?
That's right, miss, for about 15 minutes. Every morning and evening.
Oh my God. Close the bulkheads!
What? I can't do that. Not without the captain's order.
Then get in touch with the captain and tell him I said to close them. Do it! Lady Lewis, I want you to get up and get dressed. We're going up on deck.
What is it? What's wrong?
I haven't got time to explain. Just do as I say. Children, you can finish that later.
Do what Miss Campbell says. Go.
Should I help you?
No. Take the children.
Miss Campbell!
Yes, by all means, seal the bulkhead doors. Sound the alarm. Everyone to duty stations.
Victoria reports a periscope off our starboard bow.
Out of war!
Rohr 1, Feuer! Rohr 2, Feuer!
Der Kapitän! Ein Schiff hält direkt auf uns zu!
Alle Mann auf Tauchstation! Tauchen! Sofort tauchen!
Stay by the lifeboats. It's the safest place to be. Remain calm. This is the biggest ship in the world. It is unsinkable.
Sarah! William! Guns! Oh, are you all right? Oh, thank you, Vera.
Mother, there was a torpedo and Mr. Townsend came out with a big gun and there was a big explosion!
Is it all over?
Yes, ma'am, I think so.
It's beautiful. The whole thing hand-painted by someone called Massini.
The chaplain would want to see this, but we seem to have lost him.
There he is. I'll go and get him.
Es ist schön, Sie wiederzusehen.
In English, please.
Follow me. All this is of no consequence. You have failed. They were expecting us. They have an agent on board. Then you must destroy the ship. Look at me. We cannot have those armaments reaching Egypt. You know that as well as I do. What is this? Contact detonators. I'm sure you will find a use for them. Viel Glück.
There you are. I've been looking for you.
Have you? I ran into someone I know.
Really?
Yes. He's rather an unpleasant sort of chap. Otherwise, I'd have brought him over.
I'm glad you didn't. Is that today's paper?
Yes. Yes, I believe it is.
Do you read Italian?
Io leggo meglio di come parlo. Please.
I wonder if I'm reading this correctly. It says here that this is the thigh bone of St. John the Baptist. Perhaps the doctor will authenticate it.
Where's the rest of him? Under your bed, all rotten and smelly.
William.
Ah, you found him.
Does anyone actually believe in this sort of thing?
What sort of thing are we talking about?
Well, the power of religious relics. I wonder if it's for sale.
What would you do with it?
Oh, well, I would wave it over my hip, you see. And then, if I'm cured, this wretched voyage will have been worthwhile. Oh,
Which reminds me, it's time we got back to the ship.
right. Come on, children.
So you were wondering if I was a German spy?
Well, there you were, talking with a suspicious-looking stranger who hands you something. What was I supposed to think, Herr Reynolds?
Indeed. And was I your only suspect?
Oh, not at all. Initially, I suspected the captain, because he's so authoritarian. I picture all Germans as authoritarian. Oh, then, of course, there was Lady Lewis and her children. But after several days of observing them, I decided that Lady Lewis is far too whimsical to be a spy. The children are not nearly taught enough.
You've done it again, Holmes.
Thank you, Watson.
Out of my lads! Out of my... Out of my lads! Come on, without.
Can I see him?
His neck was broken.
It's not over, then.
Whoever put him under all that coal was one of us.
What do you mean?
I found this near the body.
It's from an officer's tunic.
Rather narrows it down, doesn't it?
And are all officers present and accounted for?
As far as I know, yes.
Have you informed the captain?
No, not yet.
Let's keep this between us for now.
What I hear, it's only a matter of time before the Americans enter the war, and then the stalemate will be ended.
I just hope I get to strike a blow before this whole thing is over.
Perhaps you underestimate your contribution on board the Britannic.
It's one thing to die for a noble cause, but it has to be said. What are we really fighting for? Arabia's oil? The mining rights to Africa?
You mean this war is solely about the division of property?
Now that sounds dangerously like socialism, but that's a dish we don't serve at this table.
You would think that the Germans would at least respect our non-combatant status. I mean, I find it unsettling that someone who I have never met should try to take my life and the life of my children.
War must be impersonal, Lady Lewis, or we would not be so enamored of it.
Do you mean to say that we would stop killing each other if we were all properly introduced?
That makes sense, doesn't it? Do you suppose, for instance, anyone who knew Lady Lewis and her children would willingly do them harm?
I should hope not. Although, it's hard to be liked by everyone.
I'm sure you haven't an enemy in the world.
But except for the German Navy. For some reason, they don't much care for me. I can't imagine why. Unless it's the company I keep.
Is there something wrong? Something I don't know about?
No. I suppose everyone just wants this voyage to end.
I can imagine.
Good night. I was cold.
Come to bed.
No. I have to get back before someone sees me. I have to go.
Well, I'll get dressed and let's go up on the deck and look at the storm before breakfast.
All right. Let me get back to my cabin and change first. I'll see you on deck.
Miss Campbell?
Captain Reynolds. He has a button missing on his jacket. Well, it doesn't mean he's the officer we're looking for. I mean, anyone can lose a button. It doesn't have to be him.
Why don't we ask him?
Sorry. I didn't want this to happen.
Is this what you meant by war being impersonal?
Can you tell me where you keep your ether, Doctor?
Ether?
Yes, I see. Mix it with something highly flammable, like coal dust, for instance. Then detonate the mixture.
But why? This is a hospital ship.
This hospital ship is carrying munitions, Vera. I've seen them. This pistol came from a crate of them below deck.
This is the bridge. What's going on down there? Why are the bulkhead doors being opened?
What's the problem, number one?
Someone's opened the bulkhead doors, sir. We can't get them closed.
Chief engineer to the bridge immediately, sir.
Stop! Don't move. Who are you? Really?
I'm Major Ernst Tierbach of German military intelligence. And I'm gonna sink this ship, whether you shoot or not.
Put the bottle down.
A ship this size will take hours to sink. Everybody will have time to reach the lifeboats. You can save the children. No one else needs to die.
Don't do this.
You have your duty. I have mine.
Please.
Inform the Admiralty we have been torpedoed or have hit a mine, and I want a full damage report immediately.
Aye, sir.
Go! Get the children! Go! Please. Please.
Proceed to your assigned lifeboat stations and form up in an orderly manner. Put on your life jackets and remain calm.
Sir, damage is in the port bow near one of the coal bunkers. We're taking on water fast.
Our nearest landfall is Kia. We'll make a run for it and try and beat you there.
That's more than 7 miles. Can we make it, sir?
There are over 1,100 souls on board. The nearer they are to land, the greater their chance of survival.
Aye, aye, sir.
William is missing and I can't find him.
I hope you find him. Come on! We haven't got much time!
Steady on, ladies! No cause for panic. This is merely a precaution. We shall board the lifeboats only if the captain gives the order to abandon ship.
What's he waiting for?
We're making for the island of Kia, 7 miles away. If we can beach her, we shan't have to use the boats. But I must warn you, when we land, those Greek boys are going to be terribly dazzled by the sight of so many beautiful women. Some of them will require medical attention.
You asking for volunteers?
William! William? William! Mr. Townsend? My son is still aboard the ship. Miss Campbell is out looking for him.
I have no doubt that someone will see him, madam, and bring him topside.
Right.
William! Where are you? William!
William, are you hurt?
Miss Campbell, I've come to save you.
Yes, of course you have. Come on. Oh. Right.
We're not going to make it. Signal opposition, and we are abandoning ship.
A boy?
I'm all right.
Then get out of here.
Can you get up?
I can't. I'm stuck under something. Go on, take William and go. You're wasting time. Go!
Onto the boats! Quickly now! Everyone onto the boats!
No, my son is still aboard this ship.
My apologies, madam, but you must leave this ship. We will find your son and send him after
My son
you.
is still below. Get your hands off me.
Mama!
Your little girl needs you now. Your son will be along.
No reason to panic, ma'am. Steady on now.
You, sir. So much for your unsinkable ship.
For your lifeboat now, please, Mr. Cornish.
What about you, sir?
I'll be along in a minute. You've done your duty, sir. Go to your boat now.
Aye, sir.
you seen the chaplain and Dr. Baker?
Dr. Baker is dead.
Right. Into the light, Britannic.
Mama!
William, come!
But what about
Come on,
Chaplain
miss.
Reynolds?
Step lively. Now.
Hurry, Miss Campbell, please!
Where are you going?
Come back! Miss Campbell!
Lower the boat.
No!
What are you doing? Have you lost your mind? Leave me!
I can't. I can't leave you like this. Not like this.
I would have killed you an hour ago if I had to.
That's the difference between us. I hate you for what you've done, but I can't let you die. We need a lever.
They keep the tools through there.
Right.
What are you doing?
Shut up and help me. Together now.
For the love of God, get going!
Try again.
This way.
What a waste. All of it for nothing.
I have to force the other door.
Where does it lead to?
To the hull. There may be an air pocket on the way. I don't know, but if we stay here, we'll surely die.
Hard a starboard, Mr. Sweeney!
Full speed, lads!
Throw the line!
And pull! Throw us a line! Throw us a line! Here!
What are you doing?
They're never going to be able to pull this boat over.
No, we'll both hang on to it.
No! You're going.
No, we'll both.
Swim! Come on, swim for it!
We've got you. Here, help her up.
That was the bravest thing I've ever seen a man do.
Roll on, thou deep and dark blue ocean, roll. 10,000 fleets sweep over thee in vain. Man marks the earth with ruin. His control stops at the shore.